Super Wild Card Weekend continues. First of 3 games today. And we're here in Tampa, Florida for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today on Fox. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck. That's the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. We were there week 6 when these two teams went at it in Philadelphia. Now here they are with a winner move on and the loser goes home. And for Tampa Bay, here recently they've lost a lot of weaponry on the outside. Even Leonard Fournette's not playing in this game. But Bruce Arians believes as long as they have their ageless quarterback Tom Brady and that good offensive line, they're going to score points.
Yeah, no, and that's good reason for him to think that, because that's exactly what has happened, like you said, without some really significant players. Now, also in talking with Bruce Arians, he felt that once you get into the postseason, you have to commit to running the football more than what they have in the regular season. But when he told us that, that's when we thought that Leonard Fournette would be in the lineup. So against this Eagles defense, you have to believe that once again, they're going to be throwing the ball a lot with Tom Brady.
On that Thursday night in Philadelphia, week 6, the fans were just pleading with the coaching staff to run the football. Miles Sanders had only 1 carry in the entire first half. Well, they're running the ball now, and you just feel like they have to run it well to have a chance today.
Well, there's no doubt, and they have run it well since that game. They've run it the best of anyone in the National Football League. That's been the key to all of their success. It's helped Jalen Hurts. It's helped him get the ball out a little bit quicker, the play-action game. It's helped out their defense. There was a time when you played Tampa Bay, you couldn't imagine running the football, but they've been a little bit porous here over the last few weeks. Philadelphia is hoping that they can have success on the ground.
We march our way toward kickoff before a young quarterback takes on the GOAT. Football coming up from Tampa. Here are today's players to watch, brought to you by Tubi. Among quarterbacks around the NFL this season, Jalen Hurts, the top rushing quarterback. And through the air, Tom Brady, now at the age of 44, as good as ever. A windy day in Tampa, Florida. Eagles and Buccaneers playoff football coming up next. Before this wild card matchup, we'll send you down to the sideline. First check in with Tom Rinaldi.
Well, Joe, gusty and swirling winds will greet Jalen Hurts for the first playoff start of his NFL career against a quarterback making the 46th such start of his. Hurts 3 years old when Tom Brady made his playoff debut. There's respect there, but if you expected deference or genuflection, Hurts really didn't provide it to us this week. He said Tom's been doing it for a minute, and then with a laugh, he's pretty seasoned. As for experience in big games, he played in a national championship right here in Tampa for Alabama in 2017. He said he finds value in all games that he's played. It'll help serve him in this one. For our own playoff veteran, let's go to the other side and Aaron Andrews.
Well, Tom Brady telling us this week his offense has literally been a juggling act all season long, and that will continue here in the playoffs today. We know the wide receivers that are out, but how about the hit this running backs room took? They're without top back Leonard Fournette, as Troy mentioned, and also Ronald Jones. That's nearly 50% of the Bucs' total offense that won't be on the field today. Bruce Arians saying our motto is we're going to score points. We don't know how we're going to do it or who's going to do it, Joe Buck, but they're looking to score some points today.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Aaron. They just leave it up to 12 in that offensive line. Spanish language broadcast available today on Fox Deportes. And we are glad you're with us on a 66-degree day here on the 16th of January. And the wind 19 miles per hour with gusts up to 25. And one of the keys to success, while they've lost Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown walked away, and they're without Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, is that offensive line. The many faces of Tom Brady. He's played in 3 different decades through 5 presidents, 7 rings, 5 Super Bowl MVP awards, 3 MVPs for the league, several hairstyles, 2 teams, 1 GOAT, and just rolling right along. Next Level Chef is TV's #1 news show. The chefs cook for their lives, and the mentors try to bring their teams to victory. But has Gordon Ramsay met his match? The battle continues on Next Level Chef, all new Wednesday on Fox. Dean, So let's look at the Philadelphia Eagles season. And they have been soaring as of late, winning 7 of their last 10 after that 2-5 start. Number 1 rushing offense in the NFL. And the only first-year head coach to get his team into the playoffs, Nick Sirianni, saying we didn't come this far to only come this far.
Well, no, they're really mixing it up. And you take a look here at the experience that Brady has in this postseason relative to everyone else. Of course, he's been doing it a long time, and you pile up a lot of wins when you've won 7 Super Bowls.
Hang on for a gain of 6 for Keyshawn Vaughn. Jonathan Gannon on Tom Brady. The first time he played us, he was on autopilot, and that was my fault. This time we have to make him work, and he was talking more about being a little more intense on second down. Now waiting for third. Here's a completion down. Well, the Saturday wildcard games, the Bengals defeat the Raiders by 7. First playoff win in 31 years for Cincinnati. Burrow had a nice game. 241 yards and 2 touchdowns. And the Bills just took apart the Patriots 47-17. Josh Allen, 5 touchdowns, 308 yards. Bills scoring touchdowns on their first 7 possessions. What's that feature? Now what's coming our way and halftime.
Okay, Kurt, ready, action.
Coming up on the Verizon Halftime Show, we'll break down the first half between the Bucks and Eagles, all the big plays there. Plus, we'll get you set for the second half. It's all coming your way on the Verizon Halftime. Hey, I think you nailed that one, TB.
High five.
Hey, the drone, wait.
And that will be that for one half of this wild card playoff game. 17-0 Buccaneers at the half. Eagles get the ball to start the second half. Stay tuned. Verizon Halftime coming up after this from your local Fox station. A hand to Bernard, and he is in for the touchdown.
The good execution on this drive by Tampa.
Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive. One half in the books. Wild card weekend continues. 17-0. Tampa Bay on top. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman with you, with Tom and Aaron down on the field. And let's talk about Philadelphia and what they have to do here. They get the ball to start the second half, and we saw some signs, glimpses, but they got to get it into the end zone.
Well, let's first acknowledge that this is a game we've seen before between these two teams. Philadelphia got behind week 6. They were able to make a game of it there in the fourth quarter. Will they be able to do that today? I think one of the things that they need to do, even though Tampa has been loading up the box, is they've got to get the ball into the hands of Miles Sanders more. I mean, they have definitely gone to throwing the football in that first half, and I understand part of that because of the way Tampa has played them. But Devontae Smith is getting a lot of one-on-one coverage, and Joe, I can tell you, if teams played Michael Irvin that way back in the day, he would have had 10 catches in that first half. And I just think that they have everything that they would hope to have against Devontae Smith, and now it's just a matter of getting him the football. And a lot of times you hear an analyst say that, okay, well, how do you get him the football? You can run any route you want out there if you're one-on-one, and yet the Eagles haven't really tried any of it. Instead, it's just been a lot of scheme that hasn't produced a whole lot of yards.
Send it down to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, Joe, talking to Nick Sirianni coming out at half about Jalen Hurts in his playoff debut, he said he made some mistakes in that first half, but we all made mistakes. He was very even-keeled, the same guy in the locker room. He said, as if listening directly to what Troy just said, we have to find ways to get Devontae Smith more involved in this offense. We found some rhythm and made mistakes. Defensively, he said, with Wirfs out, we found a way to take advantage of that, and we have to continue to do that, to put pressure on Tom Brady. But certainly, Troy, it's as if he heard you. We'll see now if they're able to do that and get Smith more involved.
down to Aaron Andrews.
And we're going to start with the Bucs offense. Bruce Arians telling me that tackle Tristan Wirfs has officially been ruled out. Now, Josh Wells, who came in for him, has also been battling an injury. Bruce Arians telling me he's just going to have to go. He's going to have to try out there. I asked him what they're going to do if Wells can't go. He said we're going to have to put another tackle or guard, kind of see what we're going to do here. Asked him about also these sacks on third down, and he said we're going to have to help Tom out here, get it out of his hands quicker. He said it's going to be all about who can we mix and match here in this puzzle we call our offense.
February 6th, the storied venue that's seen everything, has never seen anything like this. NASCAR comes to the LA Coliseum for the very first Busch Light Clash at the Coliseum, Sunday, February 6th, only on Fox. The day will also be highlighted by musical performances by Pitbull, and in news that was broken by Kurt Menefee today on Fox NFL Sunday, Ice Cube. Quite an event coming up February 6th on Fox. On receptions, he's had 107 touchdown receptions. Third most all time by a tight end, and the most ever by a tight end in the postseason. 24-0 Tampa Bay. People of a certain age are taken right back to their youth with the show The Courtship of Eddie's Father with that music. And there's the easy one. 105 of Gronkowski's 107 touchdown catches have come out of the right hand of number 12. Well, Bruce Arians, former college quarterback, has been on some kind of journey. 16 jobs over 46 years. Started as a Virginia Tech graduate assistant, running backs coach. He's been with Tampa Bay, the Cardinals, the Colts, and the NFL. His last 3 stops kind of made his name in the NFL with the Steelers. And 46 years of coaching, and right now dealing with a partial tear in his right Achilles tendon.
He's got it iced up. Could you imagine had he never have been given the opportunity to be a head coach, and he had pretty much resigned himself? You see the ice bag right down here at the bottom. He's in quite a bit of pain, just hoping that thing doesn't give all the way out. But he had pretty much resigned himself to the fact that he was never going to get that shot, and he did, and the league's been better for it.
Hurts into Darden. We'll give you a comparison. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, born in 1976. Tom Brady, born in 1977. In the 80s, the early years, John McKay, the head coach. Brady growing up in Northern California as a 49ers fan. 2002, Brady wins his first Super Bowl. 2003, Bucs win their first Super Bowl. And then last season, Brady wins Super Bowl 55 with the Buccaneers over the Chiefs 31-9.
By the way,
first home playoff game other than the Super Bowl for the crowd here in Tampa, Florida for their Bucs in 14 years. It's been worth the wait. It's Fox NFL Special back after this from your local Fox station. Two-time Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 5. The Buccaneers' journey to repeat. They won their first division title since 2007. Tom Brady with the 3rd most passing yards all time, his career high 53-16. Mike Evans with his 8th straight 1,000-yard receiving season. And Bruce Arians talking about his quarterback. Once he figures out the other team, they're in trouble. He said, I know we've lost guys. They didn't have Fournette today, but with 12 and with their offensive line, he knew they would score points, and they've done just that. Well, this is the first of 3 games today, first of 2 games in the NFC, as we welcome you back inside the broadcast booth, Joe and Troy, and that game coming up, which is on CBS, which is the Dallas Cowboys hosting the San Francisco 49ers. We saw San Francisco with that overtime win in L.A. last weekend. That's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a great game. A really good game. think there's a lot of people that like to be calling that game. But should be a lot of fun. And I think San Francisco is one of those teams that's just really tough. They run the football. They're physical. And a game like that is a team that can go on the road and win anywhere. I think it's going to be a great matchup.
Not here. Leonard Fournette, Chris Godwin out with a torn ACL. Antonio Brown cut. And Rojo, as they call him, Ronald Jones out with that ankle. A lot of skill. A lot of yards. Inside the red zone and before a packed house here in Tampa, Florida. The Buccaneers have excited their fans yet again. Trying to go back-to-back this year, leading by 16, 2 minutes left. As a parting shot, as the clock hits zeros, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win it by 16, and Bruce Arians' team is moving on. He and Nick Sirianni will come together. That's who Bruce is looking for. Anybody seen Nick? We'll give you the play of the game brought to you by DirecTV Stream. Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, the touchdown. And the 15th time they've hooked up for a touchdown in the postseason. Coming up next, the State Farm postgame show. 31-15 is the final, and thank you for watching this Fox NFL special. The defending Super Bowl champs moving on.